we're in the ferry now, but we decided to stay in the van, so we have to be quiet. And first we decided not to do this, but then when we drove into the ferry, we saw that we have like windows just next to us, so it doesn't feel so unsafe, because we know we will have fresh air all night. But yeah, it's pretty scary. Jag försöker ju.
Går det inte eller?
Nej. Nu.
Jag ska skriva ut något.
Jag tappar min mobil här. Eller din mobil. Så. Terminal B3.
Här är min mobil då.
Jag fick upp den. Så.
Jag vet inte vad du ska göra.
B3 här. Sjukaste! Nej, jag tror jag måste öppna.
Ja, men det är väl...
Det är B. Men det står B där borta också.
Jävla många fiskpåsar. So we're on our way to Germany, and it's 2 a.m. The ferry was supposed to leave quarter to 1 a.m. but then it was like over 1 hour late, so it's the middle of the night. So we're just gonna sleep in the car, in our bed instead of on a floor. Hopefully the ferry doesn't sink eller vad.
Yeah, just hope for the best. It's a bit windy, so that's the most scary thing. Now we just need to be quiet so no one... Talk later. somewhere out in the sea,
Fan vad trött jag är.
We're super tired. It's like 3:30 or more, I don't know. But everything went well. We made it. We ate some food, and it's not too stormy outside. I was a bit worried about that, but everything seems okay. Yeah, so now we're gonna sleep some hours before we arrive in Germany. Yeah, so talk more tomorrow when it's daytime and when we arrive. Okay, wish us luck. Jag ska filma nu. We arrived in Germany. We just set an alarm for 8 because we thought, okay, we will not be arriving before that. And then just as we woke up from the alarm, we heard like a lot of sounds and stuff. So Andrei said, yeah, now we are arriving. And I was like, nah, not yet. And he was like, I hear people. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably the speaker telling people when we're gonna arrive. And he looked outside and people were already in their cars. And also our windows are like super foggy, you know, so you can see that someone is here, maybe. Now people are actually driving out, so I just had to like open all the doors to clear the windows a little bit here and just be ready to drive. And now at least we ate some food in our own home and we slept for like 4 hours, so that's something. I'm just gonna quickly show you how it looks here outside where we stayed. We stopped at a gas station. Yeah, as you can see, we are like in a industrial area. We just had to stop because Andrei was sitting in the back while we drove out from the ferry. So I just had to stop, like the first stop, and the ferry port, the road led straight up to the highway, to the like autobahn. So I just had to take like the first exit, yeah, and just see where we are and decide where to go and yeah, everything. So now we just drove off into an industrial area and we found a gas station, and that's good because we need to get some diesel. So we're just gonna fill up some diesel and then we're gonna check the map, which direction we are driving, and then we're gonna drive a little bit and stop at like a regular rest stop so we can make some coffee. I look super tired, but actually I feel good. It was really nice to sleep a few hours like in a comfortable bed with a cover and nice pillow and everything. So really nice.
Baby, why you call me? Do you feel alone? I know that you miss me, but
Wow. Mysigt. Jag får så här äventyrskänsla. Det är ju mer äventyrligt att vara i ett annat land än att vara i typ Sverige och Finland.
Det är roligt.
Kolla en tysk gubbe.
Wow. Alltså tysken alltså.
Kolla så fint. Wow.
you know that I'm here. I'm here. Come when you want. You know I'll always spray for your little boy. I know, yeah. I know that you miss me. 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 I know that.
Nej.
Vi åker till den affärsparkeringen och sen tar det ut över det då.
Ja. Nej, jag kan inte se han. Okej. Okej.
Kan du inte bara ha
Diesel check. Now we're gonna go to a supermarket parking. I have to log into my work and check if I can have the day off or not, or if I have to work. And we're gonna just go into the supermarket quickly to get some wine, I think. I don't think we need so much food, but we can just check what they have.
en coffee?
Yeah, we're gonna make coffee. Okay, let's go.
Jag vet inte. Om du vill ha hjälp.
Ska vi koppla in den någonstans? Har vi kontakten någonstans?
Jag kopplar in den här.
You know that I'm here. I'm here. Come when you want. You know I'll always spray for your little boy. I know, yeah. I know that you miss me. 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 I know that.
Okay, now we have stopped for the night. We are parked next to the Autobahn somewhere south of Hamburg. So we drove from Rostock. We came with the ferry this morning to Rostock, and then we went to some gas station, and then we found a supermarket where we could stop, and I had to log in for work, and we had so much to do at work, so I actually worked my full work day today. So, and then we continued driving, but first we went to get some wine and beer. It's really cheap in Germany compared to Sweden. So now I'm having some German wine. Apparently most wines are sweet here. It's easier to find sweet wine, but it's pretty good. We are pretty tired. It's like 9:30 I think, and we're gonna go to sleep because we are super tired after the few hours of sleep last night and the night before, and all of the stress the last few days. I just also thought I could explain the situation with sleeping in the car deck, in the boat, in the ferry, because we were talking about it, like it would be nice to just stay and eat and sleep in the van. And then we were discussing, and then we thought, no, it's too dangerous because we don't know if there is like good ventilation and air. We were worried about like carbon monoxide and stuff like that because of the trucks. And when we saw that people were driving into the ferry like high up, it's not like the car deck was really low in the ferry, it was like high up, like far over the water. And when we saw that we are also going high up in the ferry, we were like, oh, maybe we should check how it looks and see if we can maybe stay. And when we drove into the ferry, we saw that there's like big windows that are, it was like openings in the side of the wall. So we were not worried about the ventilation and air anymore. And we were like, yeah, maybe we could stay. And then we didn't really decide. We were just like, oh, maybe we should. Maybe we could. Maybe it's not so dangerous. I mean, how often does something happen with a ferry that goes multiple times a day? And I just jumped into the back, and we were sitting there like, should we go into the ferry or not? And then we just didn't go. And then it was really quiet because everyone went away and went out of the car deck. So then it was already too late. So then we just stayed really quiet and waited. Alma was freaking out. She was really stressed when we finally stopped, and she wanted to go outside because she always wants to go out of the van as soon as we stop, and she's like panicking because she wants to go out and she doesn't want to stay still. And we were like, you have to be quiet, you have to stay still. We didn't want all the curtains to move around and the van to move around because and you know, it's not allowed to stay in the van. So we had to like sit with her on the floor and like hold her like still and be like, stay quiet. and I was freaking out because she was freaking out. But after a while, when the ferry started finally moving, we also could move around a little bit more, and we made the sofa more cozy, moved some stuff up from the sofa so we could sit, and Alma could jump up and relax, and then she calmed down. So then we could also calm down. So that was an adventure. At first it was really stressful, like being sneaky and staying there, but after a while it was so nice to just eat in the van and then just relax and sleep a few hours. And I was not really worried because the ferry was not like rocking too much, the wind seemed okay, and it was not so bad. But disclaimer, I don't recommend anyone to do it, and especially not like in a normal car deck, like really below the water. It's kind of scary. I don't think I would do it in a car deck like that, and that is really far down and with no like really airflow and stuff. But that was kind of an adventure, and it was so nice to wake up this morning having slept on our actual bed instead of some floor in the ferry, because we didn't have a cabin, of course. So we just stayed in our own little cabin, and that was really nice. So that was our 24 hours of adventure. So now our journey has finally begun. Now we are on our way. The travel that we have been waiting for more than a year, since we decided to leave the apartment last year, and now we're finally here. And the van is a mess, but it's really cozy. We put up some fairy lights. And yeah, now we're gonna hopefully continue doing some videos on our trip. We're gonna drive quickly through Germany, hopefully enter France tomorrow, and yeah, keep going south towards some warmer weather, and then the plan is to go to the Canary Islands if we can just get a ferry ticket. So stay tuned. Yeah, now we have like 6 months of travel ahead of us before we go back to Sweden, and once we go back to Sweden we will stay at our camp that we fixed up and fix up our caravan, so we will continue living in the van because that's our home now. So I hope you wanna come with us on this journey, and if you wanna see more from us and all of our what's gonna happen next, if you wanna follow along on our adventures and travels and whatever we come up with, remember to subscribe, and please leave a comment if you wanna say hi or if you have any questions, and remember to give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video somewhere in Europe. Okay, bye.